You're listening to Houston Matters. Next weekend, the Apollo Chamber Players will present a multicultural holiday concert featuring several pieces the group has commissioned, including the premiere of a new piece inspired by Kwanzaa faith traditions. The concert will also feature a guest vocalist who regular Houston Matters listeners will recognize, Wayne Ashley, one of our rotating panelists on Fridays, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Ashley is an accomplished tenor and member of the Grammy-winning Houston Chamber Choir. To learn more, we're joined now by Wayne Ashley and Matt Detrick, violinist and artistic and executive director of the Apollo Chamber Players. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Craig.
Matt, let me start with you. Many ensembles turn to some familiar favorites during the holidays. Ballets do the Nutcracker. Choirs perform Handel's Messiah. Have you intentionally set out to offer something different for your holiday concert?
We have, Craig. Thanks for asking and having us on the program. There's obviously nothing wrong with Messiahs or Nutcrackers. They're important traditions, timeless traditions. We love playing and listening to these works. But for Apollo, we hope to be as innovative as possible and to push the boundaries of inclusivity as meaningfully as we can with our music in one of the world's most diverse cities. So that lends itself to being as diverse as possible with our holiday traditions and music.
Matt, you're premiering a commission by composer Brian Neighbors. What can you tell us about Kwanzaa Suite?
Well, first of all, there's very little or nothing in the classical canon that explores Kwanzaa traditions. In keeping with, again, our multicultural holiday traditions, we wanted to give voice to this important and culturally rich celebration. And we thought to highlight the beautiful voice of the Houston Chamber Choir, Wayne Ashley, as a part of this particular project.
Yeah, Wayne, you're singing this piece. Many of our listeners, I'm sure, are aware of Kwanzaa, but might not know much about what a Kwanzaa-inspired piece of music might sound like. How would you describe the work?
Well, I think it's very evocative, and it's a wonderful group of excerpts that get to explore each of the different day celebrations of Kwanzaa. I think it's a fantastic setting of it. So all of the 7 days of Kwanzaa have their own little vignette, and each of them are different in character and different in style, much like the different principles of the holidays are.
Let's hear a portion of one of them. Again, this is from Brian Neighbors' Kwanzaa Suite, performed by the Apollo Chamber Players and guest vocalist Wayne Ashley.
As on the wings of an eagle, may it create such beauty that darkness has no place to hide. May it create such wonder.
The man can sing. An excerpt from Brian Neighbors' Kwanzaa Suite, performed by the Apollo Chamber Players and guest vocalist Wayne Ashley. They're giving a holiday concert next Friday, December 17th at the Match. Wayne, what can you tell us about the poetry used for Kwanzaa Suite?
Oh, well, that excerpt was just a perfect example. Kumba creativity. These are such wonderful poems because, like I said, Kwanzaa has been around now for over 50 years, and these are so beautiful. It's gorgeous word imagery. It's just the best way to describe it because it really gives listeners a wonderful sense, a wonderful experience of the holiday, and why so many people are finding importance in it.
Matt, another piece on the program is Mark Bowler's Fantasia on 3 Christmas carols. What carols and how does he treat them?
Yes, thank you. This is Mark's 4th string quartet. He sets to music the carols Let All Mortal Flesh Keep Silence, Lo, How a Rose Are Blooming, and What Is This Fragrance? These are traditional songs that he sets in a very beautiful way. The quartet plays a significant role in the music, so it's not just an accompaniment of the vocal line, very much a quintet with the singer, very interestingly interwoven music.
And Matt, you'll also present selections from Jovino Santos Neto's Brazilian Christmas Suite. What sets this apart from the other music on the concert?
In 2019, we commissioned this Brazilian Christmas Suite by Jovino Santos Neto. During the pandemic, we wanted to add a couple of movements for our inaugural Apollo Christmas Special, a live stream program, which we will be continuing this year as well. These are inspired by the ways Brazilian culture blends different musical Christmas traditions, particularly the infusion of jazz elements and scat-like vocal improvisations. They have very evocative titles like Moon Dew, and they're just really wonderful to perform. And this will be the first live performance for these new movements.
Let's hear a bit of that. Jovino Santos Neto's Brazilian Christmas Suite, again performed by the Apollo Chamber Players. The Apollo Chamber Players and guest vocalist Wayne Ashley performing Jovino Santos Neto's Brazilian Christmas Suite, part of the group's holiday concert. Wayne, you've performed a number of holiday concerts here in Houston. What stands out about singing holiday music to you? What do you enjoy most about it?
Well, really, the best thing about getting to perform in the holidays is just how much it means to people, how much of a tradition it is for people to be able to hear such wonderful, beautiful music in the holiday season. I think it really is the heart of encapsulating the holiday season for a lot of folks. And it's what powers us. We're all stressed a lot during the holidays, but things like music and a wonderful meal and just being around folks can really power us through to make it through the holidays and have it be meaningful.
The Apollo Chamber Players will perform their Holiday Voyage concert exploring cultures and holiday traditions from around the globe next Friday, December 17th at 7 o'clock at the Midtown Arts and Theater Center, Houston. There's a link to more information on today's show post at houstonmatters.org. Matt Detrick is a violinist and artistic and executive director of the Apollo Chamber Players. Wayne Ashley is a featured guest vocalist in the concert next week. He's also a member of the Houston Chamber Choir and one of our rotating panelists on The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Fridays on Houston Matters. In fact, he will be on tomorrow's panel. Matt, Wayne, thank you both.
Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Always a pleasure.
Happy holidays. Thank you. And that'll do it for today's show. The Houston Matters team includes Michael Haggerty, Joshua Zinn, and Troy Schultz.